And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, and prop firm trading, making money trading prop firms, or learning how to, which is the boat that I'm in right now, is learning how to do all this stuff. So, without further ado, let's get into the risk disclaimer screen, because I live in the United States and this is required. As far as I know. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And then also the CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. And I have shown you so far how to sustain a loss of some of your investment capital, but not all of it, because I'm still in the game on a lot of these things. So here's the trading dashboard. I'm down 200 bucks basically on the trading challenge. Now, I was up 600 a couple of days ago, which means I lost 800 over the last couple of days. And the reason why is because I'm trying to trade the pound versus the yen with too small of a stop loss. So that's what I've come up with. That I've been trading with too small of a stop loss, and I need to make that larger, which means a smaller position size, as indicated by our position size calculator. Right here. So if I go with 120 pip stop loss, which is good for a volatile market, should be trading about 0.5. So I've been trying to trade 1.5, so 3 times the stop loss that I should be trading. So with that, we're going to change that a little bit and come to smaller position sizes. First, let's go over some stuff. That's silver. We're going to get to silver in a minute. Love silver. So this is the dollar versus the dollar index. Now, the dollar index is not a set tool of what the U.S. dollar is doing. It's a compilation of five different currencies. The euro, I think it's 40% euro, 20% Great British Pound, 28% Great British Pound, something like that. The Japanese yen, and the Swiss krona, and one more, I think. But at any rate, you can look it up if you want to. But it's a measure of what the dollar and of what the U.S. dollar is doing. Why the Swedish krona? Not the Swiss krona, the Swedish krona. Swiss franc is the one that, what do you call it, Swissy, is the one that makes it up. And why, I'm not sure. Oh, and maybe the Swiss franc it's in that too. So I don't know how the math works on that, but that gives us the dollar index. So by definition, it's not an exact, this is what's happening with the U.S. dollar. The bond rates are more of an indication of what's going on with that. It's right up here. All the bond yields are going down, except for the Japanese 10-year and the Japanese 30-year. The only two bonds that are going down. That is, that's coal stock. We're going to talk about that. But here is what's going on with this, though. So it's looking to form a doji right there. If it forms a doji, and that's going to give it should give it a more of an upward trajectory, give us more of a stronger dollar situation, which means, wow, look at that. Just gone through all these, and still going down. Have a weak low here at 115 on the euro. Now this is probably what I should be working on right here. Just whittling this down. Let's go back to a daily and see if I can put some Fibos on this and see where it might be going. Fibonacci's, a lot of people love it. Some people love them, some people hate them. I don't know, man. I don't think they're. The thing is that they've become a self-fulfilling prophecy with the financial industry. When the institutions pay attention to Fibos, they become self-fulfilling. So you would think that it's going to, here's the 61.8 mark, that's where it usually bounces off of, or where I think 60-70% of the time it's going to bounce off the 61.8 mark, and I could be wrong on those numbers, so don't quote me on that. But it could come down to the 78.6 number, and it's not exact, but they can come close to FIBO numbers and look like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So it looks like everything's been bounced off that 27 level on that. Afterwards, if it bounces off before it, then that's not really make any sense, because it hasn't hit this level yet. So how would you know this is the 27 level? So that's the other caveat of the FIBO numbers, is that the FIBO levels, is that once you draw it and you look back and say, hey, it bounced off that before it got to there. No, that's not true. It would have to be off of a previous high. So we'll not get into that. Just come through all three support lines, even the monthly, the daily, weekly, and the 4 hour. So it's got a whole new ball game going on here with the dollar versus the yen. I would come in probably at 36 to see if it's going to continue this mark, continue 100% retrace down to 114. I got the monthly for a second, see what's going on with that. Monthly support is way down here at 105, so could target at 105. I think a more reasonable target would be here at 111 first. If it goes up 111.6, then it might go further south. But I think right now we've been here at 113.3, so it looks like it's got some ways to go in the monthly chart. Weekly chart, again, yeah, so 113 would be the next stopping point for this. Actually, I think it would be more like 114. So it's 170 pips to go. So it might be worth it to get in, go on the south side of. Position size on that, because it's something that with this, you get caught up into position sizes. You kind of want things to go fast. And that's where the managing yourself part of trading comes in, is that you want things to go fast. And because I'm looking at a 0.25 lot on that, on a quarter lot, on 120 pip stop loss, that would be actually a decent trade. Get 200 pips in. That might work, but it's going to take a while for that to work out. Probably a week or so, 2 weeks for that trade to pan out. So let's come back over here. Let's see if it's worth it to do that. So we'll come in, what did I say, 133. So I'll stop. 0.25. Except it's going the wrong way right now. So we'll not do that, because I think it might bounce off that level right there. We're not going to get into that, because I just don't. We need that candle to fill out for this candle to complete. Over here we need, let's get back into this, the 4 hour range. This candle to complete. Whoops. We need this candle to complete before we have any speculation going on that. That would be 2:16, another 2 hours. I'm not going to be in the office in 2 hours. Although I could throw a stop down here and see what happens. Because if it doesn't go in, then it doesn't come down and the order's not going to play. So that might be a way to do that. So we'll go ahead and do that just for kicks. Protection orders got 120 pip stop loss, so that's 1.165. I'm risking 2% of the account. Well, it's not going to hit that though. I'm going to close the account before it hits that. Oh, 116.5 is right there. And I'm 35 pips off. We'll leave it. See what happens. Let's see. Now this is one that I'm really interested in, because I've watched it slip 20 pips since I've been on this. This morning, the GJ. But first, let's get back into going over the rest of them first. Focus and get this done, because I cannot sit here all day. I'm love to, but I gotta go to my day job. Dollar versus the yen. It's been off the races. We're down here. I speculated that it was going to hit 130. Nope, hit 150 instead, and kept going. Again, more dollar strength coming in. Currency strength mode has the yen the strongest and the dollar somewhere in the middle, and the pound yen the weakest, or the pound the weakest. So we can probably not get into this. That would not be a bad idea. But I can't risk too much of the account, or else I'll blow the challenge. So take this down to 1%. And that's what makes this hard work, is that now you've got to keep being successful. You can't just get a couple trades in and say, hey, I'm successful. You've got to keep being successful. The low on that candle is 66, so I've come in about 61 on that. Sell stop. Go back over here, set our position size for GJ. I have a love-hate affair with the GJ. 0.25. So as you can see here, my trading position were ones, and open new 0.25s. Oops. And protection orders, stop loss. 120 is 203.8. And nope, 3.8 gives us 8, 1.3, 5, 6, 5. Yeah, I think 100 pips on that, it might be good. 115. Stop loss on that. Now we're looking for this. So this is how we're going to enter the trades with smaller positions, which means this has got just turned into a whole lot more work, which is fine. That's what it's supposed to be, work. That's why I make the big bucks. So we got a couple trades in so far. Place. I'm not sure if they're going to go down or not. Let's go to orders. Let me see what we got going on. This working buy at 203.85. We'll probably take that one out. Selling the euro on dollar strength, selling the pound on yen strength. Okay, good. So it's nice. Let's go to the pound dollar. See what's going on with that. Again, right now we've got so much going on because of an unusual dollar strength position. Pound's coming down hard. I'm not sure what's going on in Great Britain, but it's whether it may be geopolitical or whatever's going on, or somebody messed up. But that's what's going on. Pound's coming down due to dollar strength against the dollar. Again, the same position as the euro dollar on that one. Euro versus the dollar. Pound versus the yen. This is my favorite one to mess up. We're not to the 68 level point yet, so we could see some more positions coming in first into here. As you can see, it bounces right off that position before it hits the high, before we even know what that position is, which indicates this is a previous high position, or some sort like that. And I'd have to go back to a different time frame to see that. But I'm very happy with this. I'm looking like it's going to work out today, hopefully. Been putting a lot of thought into this, and we're going to smaller position size and larger stop losses may benefit, because it's, again, my stop losses have been too tight. After this, dollar versus Canadian. Ooh, there it goes. Look at that. Just took off from here like a rocket ship. Up 150 pips on that. So that would have been a good trade to get into. Bullish change of character here. Again, more dollar strength. Kind of not buckling at all. Might be a trade to continue. Canadian versus the yen coming down. On yen strength today versus the Canadian. And also to look at the price of oil, so we need to consider that. Right up here, price of oil is coming down. So as the price of oil comes down, so does the CAD yen. So got that going on. Aussie versus the dollar. Aussie was the strongest currency yesterday. Today, not so much. Way down here. Not doing, might be able to get a trade or two in there. We're trading a smaller time frame. Again, that's not. I don't have time for that. Okay, gold approaching $4,000 again. I said I wouldn't get into it till it hits about 407. Well, it was at 339.85 when I first woke up this morning. Now it's at 39.99 and threatening $4,000 again. There's no reason not to get into gold right now because of this. It's something that I'm also taking a look at is silver. Silver. This is an all-time high for silver. Actually, the all-time high is up here. 51.22 is its trading high. Its closing high would be right here at 50.28. At any rate, we're looking at all-time highs on silver. Mild silver you can, in my opinion. Because gold and silver are screaming warnings that something is wrong with our financial system. So let's come in here, do, this has been chewing up my account too. So go to a smaller position size, and that way I can go to a $30 stop loss. Oops. 2% too much. 39.90. 35. Okay, that's better. So $15 stop loss on that. Again, it's got to hit 4,011 to trigger the trade. Go and get that into. So I like the trades we got set up for today. So that's all I've got. That's all the time I've got for today. I'm running out of time. I've got to get to the day job and go make some money in the bank account. In the meantime, if you like this video, then by all means like it. If you let's see, if you have any comments about it, by all means comment to let me know what you think. I'll be responding in due time. And one more thing. Oh yeah, subscribe to the video. Subscribe to this channel if you want more updates on when we put out shorts and stuff like that when we play around on our days off. So with that, I'm going to let you go. You guys have a great one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.